Over the last couple of days, I filmed a few interviews with students who just started to make money. So obviously, if you've been following this channel, you've been constantly seeing interviews where I talk to the students and about their experience, but those last two were a little bit different and I wanted to talk about them, okay? They're actually only going to be uploaded in like a few weeks. Both of them had basically one thing in common. They were scared shitless of losing money, okay? They were not comfortable at all with making $1,000 per day. And they were really afraid of things going down, and they were zero comfortable. And I've started to do this with everybody who starts to make money in the program. I start to scare the shit out of them. Because I've seen so many things which can go wrong, I want to make sure that they hit consistent numbers and not scale way too fast and then drop down. Okay? Obviously on YouTube it would look much more flashy and much more amazing if I could show somebody who scaled in like 5 days to 5K per day. But I don't want that. I want people to make long-term money versus really good and then really bad and then really good and then really bad, okay? So the main problem after you start doing decent numbers is you start feeling very comfortable, you stop testing new things, you stop diversifying, you don't think about like Facebook blogs, potential PayPal holds, potential issues which are gonna come, okay? And it's very important to actually think about them because right now you don't have shit to do anyways. If you're doing like 1K per day in sales, you don't have anything to do. There's nothing you can do at all to make, there's nothing. You can change the ad sets to make them a little bit better. And the only things you could do is split test new things in terms of new creatives, new products, or diversify Facebook accounts, warm up PayPal accounts. And actually also the last thing is optimizing everything you have. So changing up the offers, doing things with the upsells and all of those things. But you need to understand that you need to diversify as much as possible until you have a brand. And even if you have a brand, you should still not feel super confident about only having one brand and that's it. You shouldn't be able to sleep at night if you have not at least like 3 winning products running at the same time. Okay? If that's not the case, I would be scared that one of them goes down and then you lose everything. If you only have one product, what can you do after that? You just 100% of your business is relying on one product, on one Facebook account, on one PayPal account, and on maybe even like a season, okay? It's so many things which can go wrong. One of them will go wrong and it's gonna just go down, all right? So one really big learning for me is to actually start holding people back a little bit. Inside of the program, when you start seeing success, it's so easy to scale. If you just spend more money, you make more. That's it. It's as simple as that. You just spend more money on Facebook and you, for example, you spend $300 per day and you make 1,000, just as an example. And you start spending 400 and then you make 1.3K or 1.2K. And then you just gradually scale by like $200 every day and you're soon gonna hit like a 3 or 5K day, literally in a matter of weeks, okay? However, this is not sustainable and you don't want that. You don't know if your product quality is like really, really good. You need to check with your suppliers first. You need to make sure that you have good customer support. So in the program also you have access to like virtual assistants. And you also need to make sure that you have multiple Facebook accounts, multiple basically everything, okay? So the big learning here is don't scale too fast if you see success. And another topic which is also really important here is optimizing everything inside of your funnel, okay? You need to understand this. Let's say your perfect offer and your perfect upselling structure is gonna make your average order value go to $50. And right now your average order value is at 38, okay? So you're missing $12, which if you would have optimized everything perfectly, you would make extra, all right? Those $12 are lost in every single sale and are cutting down your margin drastically. And you need to understand that you're gonna have to go through a lot of upselling, a lot of different offers, a lot of different split tests to make sure that you find that perfect one. Obviously, you don't know what the perfect one is, so even if you hit the $50, you're still gonna keep split testing things, but maybe you're never gonna find a better one. However, in reality, it's gonna be like this, that you're constantly gonna split test things and just increase your profit margins with that. You need to understand that there's always a balancing act going on. When you start spending more money on Facebook, your profit margins actually decrease. Most people think on Facebook, it's like a linear process where you just spend 200 and you're gonna make 400, and then if you spend 2,000, you're gonna make 4,000. Unfortunately, that's not the case. And if you spend 200 and make 400, if you spend 2,000, maybe you're only going to make like 3.5K or like 3K or something, because actually the performance goes down by scale. And most people think that the algorithm, it learns better. And like the more sales you have, the more data Facebook has, the better it can analyze where to spend the money. Hence, you basically have a better cost per purchase. But unfortunately, that's not the case because there's so many other factors, and you also have like, in the first couple of $100 per day you're spending, you just get the sales from the low-hanging fruit. You just get the sales from people who would have bought anyways. And at some point, you're out of that pool of people, and you need to go and get into the real world now, where it's a little bit harder to sell. So that happens. However, at the same time, you can fight that by optimizing everything. You can fight that by getting really, really good new creatives. You can fight that by having an amazing offer on the product page. You can fight that by improving the pictures on the product page, the upsells, and just general things which you can like improve along the funnel, and you cannot get comfortable after you see success. If you make that 1K per day, amazing, great, you're crushing it. However, you're basically losing money. If you are making 1K per day right now without an optimized funnel, that means that you would be making 1.5K with an optimized funnel with zero extra cost. That's the crazy part. That's $500 in basically pure profits. Obviously, you're going to still pay product cost, but even there, the product cost is so much lower on a person who already bought because you don't pay shipping twice. And normally suppliers offer discounts to a person who buys twice the same thing or one and another product or something, where it's one, like shipped to one person, it's not doubling. So your profit margins increase like crazy if you have an optimized funnel. With email marketing, SMS marketing, perfect creatives, perfect upsells, perfect offers, all those things matter a lot. And in the moment, you're only going to feel like this little 5% extra, a little 5% extra, but they add up, and at some point you're going to feel like, okay, right now, even though I did scale a lot, I still keep the same profit margins, okay? And at some point when you stop scaling and you're just on a higher level, you increase the profit margins even more and you can scale again, okay? Again, that's just something to consider. Facebook is not linear, it kind of goes down. The other thing is I'm actually getting started with Instagram a little bit more. I just started a new account and I'm basically getting more active there. So basically I'm reading all the messages, and if you ask me anything, I'm basically going to answer every single question, okay? So whatever it is, whatever concerns you, whatever you just want to know about dropshipping, about the program, whatever, click the link below and just follow me on Instagram, shoot me a message. I'm constantly going to be active there, okay? However, if you don't have any further questions and just want to get started working with me, click the link below, sign up for a free consultation session with me where we're going to find out if you just are generally a good fit for the program. If yes, we're going to start working together in the one-on-one program where I'm just basically going to teach you everything about dropshipping I know. So click the link below and see you there.